What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Film Frontline, your absolute go-to spot for the hottest takes and the deepest dives into everything Hollywood. I'm your host, and today we are talking about a comeback that honestly feels like a fever dream. It's been 10 long years since we last saw Jonathan Pine, but the wait is officially over. The king of cool, Tom Hiddleston, is back in The Night Manager Season 2, and honey, he did not come to play. We're breaking down the premiere, the new high-stakes Colombian connection, and whether this sequel can actually live up to that legendary first season. So, grab your coffee or your martini, shaken not stirred, and let's get into it. All right, let's set the scene. It's been a decade since the downfall of Richard Roper. If you remember that season 1 finale, it was peak tension, Roper being hauled off by those angry buyers, leaving us all wondering if he'd ever make it out alive. Well, season 2 kicks off by clearing the air. Richard Roper is dead. We see a worn-down, weary Jonathan Pine alongside the legendary Angela Burr, played by the incomparable Olivia Colman, identifying his body. It's a somber, heavy start that tells us right away the ghost of Roper is going to haunt every single frame of this new chapter. Fast forward to the present day, and Pine isn't the man he used to be. He's living in London under the alias Alex Goodwin, working as a low-level MI6 officer. But he's not just any desk jockey. He's running the Night Owls, an elite surveillance unit that monitors CCTV in London's most exclusive hotels. It's such a poetic evolution for his character, going from being the night manager on the floor to the invisible eye in the sky. He's trying to live a comfortingly uneventful life, but let's be real, a man like Jonathan Pine was never meant for peace. The inciting incident is classic spy thriller perfection. During a routine night owl operation, Pine spots a face he thought he'd never see again, one of Roper's old mercenaries. Just like that, the trauma he's been suppressing for years comes rushing back. This leads him straight into the path of our new big bad, Teddy dos Santos. Now let's talk about Teddy. Played by Diego Calva, who was absolutely electric in Babylon, Teddy is a Colombian businessman who styles himself as Richard Roper's disciple. He's not just some generic villain, he's got this Richard Roper meets Narcos energy that is genuinely terrifying. He's smuggling weapons and training a guerrilla army, and here's the kicker, he might be doing it with the help of the British government. This takes the action from the glitzy hotels of Europe to the vibrant, dangerous streets of Medellin and Cartagena. We also meet Roxana Bolaños, played by the stunning Camila Morrone. She's a businesswoman caught in Teddy's orbit who ends up being Pine's reluctant ally. The chemistry between Hiddleston, Calva, and Morrone is off the charts. We're talking a high-stakes, sexy, who-can-I-trust triangle that keeps you on the edge of your seat. Okay, time for some real talk. Taking on a sequel to a masterpiece like Season 1, especially one based on a standalone John le Carré novel, is a massive risk. We've seen shows like Game of Thrones or The Buccaneers struggle once they run out of source material. But honestly, the Film Frontline is officially obsessed. What works so well here is that they didn't try to recreate the first season. Instead of Suzanne Bier's ultra-stylized cinematic direction, we have Georgie Banks Davies, who brings a grittier, more pulse-pounding TV energy. It feels more like slow horses. It's faster, more direct, and the stakes feel incredibly personal. Tom Hiddleston is, quite simply, a masterclass in acting. He plays Pine with this glacial stillness that hides a literal riot of turmoil underneath. You can see the trauma in his eyes, the weariness in his posture, but when the mission starts, he turns back into that lethal human weapon we fell in love with. And Olivia Colman, she is the absolute GOAT. Even with fewer scenes this time around, she commands the screen like an ancient god. The move to Colombia adds such a fresh, girl boss approved aesthetic. It's lush, it's dangerous, and it provides a perfect backdrop for the moral ambiguity that defines this world. My only minor gripe is that the villain, Teddy, is a bit more of a generic antagonist compared to Hugh Laurie's Roper, but Diego Calva's performance is so charismatic that he totally makes it work. So, what do you think? Is Jonathan Pine still the ultimate spy, or should they have left his story in 2016? I want to hear your theories. Do you think British intelligence is actually the one pulling Teddy's strings? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, do your girl a favor, smash that like button, hit subscribe to the Film Frontline, and ring that bell so you never miss an update on your favorite shows and movies. We've got so much more coming your way, so stay tuned. Until next time, stay obsessed.